Hear what? I'm receiving some sort of transmission. Routed through the main system. Routing.
Looking to take a Disney vacation or cruise? Contact Kristen of MagicalJourneysVacations.com. Magical Journeys is an authorized Disney vacation planner. Kristen will get you the best price available and continue to search for deals until the day you travel, taking the worry out of planning your fantastic vacation. Kristen can help plan your dining reservations and answer any questions you may have. She'll even send you maps from the parks. So contact Kristen of Magical Journeys for your next cruise or Disney vacation. Contact Kristen of Magical Journeys at MagicalJourneysVacations.com. So what are you waiting for? Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
Wow, that sounds great. I want to go. Well, you can't. Why not? Because we have to stay at our posts and keep rebel scum like him out.
Book today at MagicalJourneysVacations.com.
WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Al Jonko, Kristen Hetzel, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news, Disney food, video games, Marvel and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark, your weekly webcast for adult Disney fans, full of conversation, news, and commentary regarding the Disney company. My name's Al John Go, radio guy, podcaster, webcaster, and of course co-host of WDW After Dark. We've been doing this show now for the past how many years, Kristen?
This show, is it 5 now?
5 years? My gosh, time goes by when you're having fun talking Disney. Also joining me is my illustrious wife, my better half, Miss Dining at Disney, Kristen. Hello.
Hello.
You can join in the conversation. We are beta testing this on blab.im. Typically, we've been doing this via Google Hangouts, also streaming live to YouTube every single week, but we're doing something a little different this time using some new technology. I hope you enjoy the show. And if you'd like, feel free to give us a call. We do that too. We can play your voicemails on upcoming episodes. You can call us on the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. 410-98-WDW-AD. On deck for tonight, Kristen and I will probably be taking some interactive video calls from our blab. Right now, we've got Mike, who's joining us. Hello, Mike. Mike Gasper. Thank you for joining us. I hope you like Disney because it's a lot of fun. We're going to tweet out that we're doing this show via Twitter. You can follow us on social media at WDW After Dark on Facebook and Twitter. Actually, on Twitter, it's WDW After Dark. Facebook would be WDW After Dark Webcast. You can also download the show on iTunes, Stitcher Radio. You can hear it, stream through that. Also on TuneIn, courtesy of the We Be Geeks podcast network. So having said that, let's go ahead and talk about Kristen. You've got a brand new book that was released yesterday. You want to tell everybody about your new book?
Sure. It is the 2015 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival Dining Guide. And it's got tons of information to help you plan your days at the festival.
Nice. So where can people pick up this ebook?
Well, they can go to diningatdisney.com, and along the side, you'll see picture of the book cover, and just click on that or click the add to cart, and you can purchase it that way.
All right. Very cool indeed. And once again, you can also find the link on www.afterdark.com for Dining at Disney. the book, the podcast, all of our articles. If you are a fan of Disney dining, you will definitely want to follow Kristen's site very closely, especially since we're just around the bend from another Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. Can't wait for that. And we'll be covering that again.
Not too much longer.
And we'll be covering that again.
20, is it 2020? Trying to think how many days.
It's just a few days away, actually.
27. I still have my calendar on August.
What? What are you doing?
I forgot to flip it, and I'm looking at it going, oh, that says August. That doesn't tell me the dates for September. It's the last weekend of this month.
Oh, well, what are you going to do? Theme Park Adventure Magazine says, I wish we could do that someday in the chat. So it's something you definitely should try. The Epcot International Food and Wine Festival is one of our favorite events. I smile every time we do it. But not only that, there's a bunch of resorts that also partake in the food and wine fun, Kristen. I mean, we have so much fun at the different resorts as well.
Yes, that's, I always like hopping over to Swan and Dolphin and doing their food and wine classic. That's always a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. Mike Asper on the chat says, we spent over $400 last year on it, just on food. Well, join the party.
That's easy to do, though.
It is easy to do. It's easy to do.
One of the sections I was working on in the book was how to, because there's 30 marketplaces, and how to come up with a budget to where, you could go ahead and determine how much roughly how much you were going to spend. And so I did it based on if you had people stopping at every single booth. And then I did it where if you did one item each at each of the booths, or if you shared an item at each of the booths, and you'd be amazed at how much you would spend. Like, you look at it, you're like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. Because
no matter what, you can't do it cheap. Even ordering the cheapest menu item from every single menu, it adds up. I mean, when it's 30 booths and you're going to get a piece of food, you're going to get something to drink, it adds up quickly. So. Oh,
it sure does. Well, it is something that we enjoy every single year's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. And just to recap, for those of you just joining us on the live feed, be sure you check out Kristen's new book. Kristen, give everybody the details on it and where people can buy it. Brand new.
Okay. Yes. It is the Dining at Disney .com 2015 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival Dining Guide. It is available for $9.99, and if you visit the website, you can order it from there. And if you're ordering it that way rather than trying to find it on Amazon, you can actually save $2 because there is a special code that I have that you can use at checkout. It's called, all you have to do is type in food and wine, and you'll get the book for $7.99. And it's over 150 pages, full color, tons of food photos, lots of dining tips. It includes everything like menu items that picky kids will enjoy, to people who have special diets, and like I said, people who are on a budget. All that stuff I included in there, and tips. It's got all of the menu items. There's like a checklist. There's fun challenges. So if you're like carnivorous, I've got a whole section of food, like, kind of like a challenge. Can you do all these? And desserts and wine and beer and all that kind of stuff. So,
well, it's definitely a guide must have for fans that love going to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival like we do. So we appreciate that. So thank you for that. Really quick, WDW After Dark is made possible by people like you. And we do appreciate everyone who's tuning into the right now live blab video stream as we're testing it out tonight for this particular podcast, webcast. We also appreciate you liking, subscribing our iTunes feed, leaving us those 5-star reviews. Also, our YouTube feed. Don't forget about YouTube. So you can check out all the previous archives. And unfortunately, some of our shows from the earlier 5 years that we've been doing the show are lost, but we do have an archive that goes back a couple years. So you can check out all of our shows, all of the fun, all of the craziness at WDWAfterdark.com. You can also, support the show by checking out our Amazon links. Yes, you can do that. So you can go ahead and support us. Click on the Amazon links, and everything will have to everything that you do helps our show out. They give us a little kickback, which is really important. So thank you for doing that. At any rate, let's go ahead and talk about some Disney news instead of some fancy sound effects, because we are beta testing tonight and doing all that. Let's go ahead and lay into the news. Kristen, let's knock out some WDW food news, Disney food news from around the Disney parks in the United States. What have we got going on?
Okay, so over at Disneyland for September, they are bringing back the toffee treats, which was something that they had done at the beginning of the summer for a limited time. It's going to include apples, marshmallow wands, and crispy treats. They're going to have ooey gooey caramel with milk chocolate. There's going to be some sweet toffee bits and pieces of roasted almonds on it. You'll also be able to get some toffee bark as well. So it's going to be pieces of toffee with the nuts and everything on top of it. So it's going to be available at Candy Palace, which is on Main Street in Disneyland, as well as Trolley Treats. And that's right as you enter Disney California Adventure, as well as Marceline's Confectionery, and that's in downtown Disney.
Just talking about food makes me hungry. Josh Phil 413 says, "My gosh, saw y'all talking about Walt Disney World. It's been 20 years since I've been at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Yes, I know. I need to get to Orlando soon." He continues saying, "Are the Mickey Mouse ears still a frozen treat at Walt Disney World?" Kristen?
Is he talking about the Mickey bars?
I believe he's talking about
the pieces of chocolate that they have that are Mickey. Because they have those in like a cooler. But yeah, they still do have the premium Mickey bars. Those are still available.
I believe he's talking about the premium Mickey bars, which is the frozen treat, because I don't think those Mickey ears, the chocolate Mickey ears, are frozen.
Yeah, but they still have those. They're good.
Yes, they are indeed. Any other food news this week? I know I could go for one right now, especially in this heat.
I do have one other piece of news, and it has to do with as of today, you can start booking breakfast at Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. What they're going to do is, for a very short time, you can book dining there through January 23rd. Breakfast is going to be served at 8 a.m. to 10:15. It's going to include pastries, choice of appetizer, entree, and non-alcoholic beverage for $23.99. For kids ages 3 to 9, it is $12.99. Some of the menu items you can enjoy is going to be, they've got, egg white omelet with shiitake mushrooms and caramelized onions with roasted garlic fingerling potatoes. If you like something sweet, they're going to have macadamia crusted brioche French toast with mascarpone and fresh berries. There's going to be Mickey waffles with a side of bacon or sausage, your choice. Let's see what else they have here. They've got scrambled eggs with crab, asparagus, and Gruyere cheese with roasted tomatoes and avocados. You can get a grilled beef tenderloin and baby spinach with bacon and cheddar cheese custard on a roasted tomato with cheesy horseradish potatoes.
Oh,
so those are some of the things that you can get.
How can you and I have just had dinner and I'm still hungry hearing you talk about Disney food? Happens every week.
I don't know. But it does sound good. Oh, they're gonna have pan-seared shrimp and cheesy grits for breakfast too. Ooh. Which I've never had shrimp at breakfast. Have you?
Shrimp? I have actually. More so during brunch.
Yeah, but I'm talking about breakfast. This is breakfast, not brunch.
I know. So
even in the European countries, I've never seen shrimp at breakfast. Now I have seen herring in Finland, but
well, that's okay. I can have shrimp any time of day. It doesn't bother me at all. So, but anyway,
okay.
Yeah, well, very good. So, does that wrap up your food news for this week?
That is, I didn't have much food news this week.
All right, very good. Well, if you have any questions, feel free, as you're watching the Blab chat, feel free to chime in if you will. And we can answer your questions here momentarily. As we wrap up about food, we do have some food questions. Oh,
Okay.
actually, food comments, I should say. TPA Magazine, our friends say, hells yes, shrimp anytime. Woohoo! I agree with that. Thumbs up for some shrimp, I should say. Yes, there you go. Give us some claps for shrimp. We like that. Swag Queen has joined us on the show as well. And Joseph asks, Josh Phil 413 asks, what is our favorite Disney attraction and ride?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
It is difficult.
Am I allowed to pick one for each park?
Why not? Why not?
Because even that is difficult. So let's see. Okay. Do you want me to go first or you want to go first?
Go for it.
Okay, at Animal Kingdom, I think I'll go with Expedition Everest.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with a particular time of day.
Maybe
right?
Well, maybe we should talk about overall the Disney parks you've visited. Because she's looking for one, or they're looking for one, perhaps. So I can tell you this with all certainty, and everyone knows I'm also Jedi Mouseketeer on Twitter. All right. I can tell you my favorite attraction right now in any Disney park, and I've been to all of the Orlando parks. I've been to Disneyland Resort. I've been to Tokyo Disneyland. Those are the three. My favorite ride attraction of all time right now, as of today, is Radiator Springs Racers. My favorite.
That's a good one.
Absolutely my favorite. Now, I like Star Tours a lot. I love the original Pirates of the Caribbean in Disneyland. I love the Orlando version of the Hollywood Tower of Terror. But, yes, Diz Geek Podcast, Daniel knows DCA for the win. Yes, that's right. I am picking WDW Man. Okay, is picking a Disneyland Resort attraction. So,
see, even if you said, okay, I had to pick something over there. Even that's difficult because even in DCA, I have two favorite attractions.
Yeah, of course you do. What are they? Go ahead.
It's going to be California Screamin'.
Okay. Yes.
Because
I love California Screamin'
like
too.
It's like an old amusement park coaster, but smooth.
Yes.
And then, of course, how can you not go with Radiator Springs? And see, that's an attraction, just like I was going to say, just like Expedition Everest, it looks amazing as the sun starts going down because if you ride them back to back, it gives you very different views of how it looks as the sun is setting.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the Peanut Gallery in our chat here on Blab has got a few other comments regarding this, which is good. First of all, Josh Phil 413 says, someone contact Diners, Drive-In, and Dives in the Food Network and get on that show, girl. And by the way, that's kind of interesting considering you're friends with Chris Cognac.
I know, right?
hungry detective himself. Skating Rules on Twitter says, hi from New Zealand. Hi, Skating Rules. My favorite Disney attraction ride is Tower of Terror. Yes.
That's one place I have yet to go, but is on my to-do list.
And Skating Rules also likes the Mummy ride, and I assume that the Mummy ride would be the one over at Universal. Which is a darn good ride. I do like it.
Josh wanted to know if anybody has ridden the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Well, yes, we have. And I like it for what it is. It's not a high thrills coaster by any means. It's a family coaster. It's a kiddie coaster. But it's got amazing visuals. You see, I'm a radio guy and I can't talk. I'm a little verklempt. So go ahead, Kristen. You like it? I like it.
I like the fact that it sways. It's cool that it sways.
I like it. I like all the animatronics and the lighting effects too, which they kind of adapted for the Disneyland version of Big Thunder Mountain, which is very nice.
I do like Big Thunder Mountain.
TPA Magazine says, yes, it's really nice for what it is, albeit short, maybe too short. And Josh Phil continues and says, I like the mansion, haunted mansion. at Walt Disney World. Now, which version of the Haunted Mansion do you like the most, Kristen? Do you like the Disneyland version or the Walt Disney World version?
Oh no, the Walt Disney World version.
Yeah. It's got more scenes. It's kind of like
it's got the what is it? What is the name of that book? Is it MC? Is it MC Escher? Is that the name of the book?
Oh, you're talking about in the
steps.
Oh yeah.
The steps that go all kinds of places and
past the library. Yeah. So that's a scene that we have that Disneyland doesn't have, but their Pirates of the Caribbean.
Our attraction is longer than theirs, which is one of the few attractions we have that's longer than Disneyland.
Yes.
But yeah, ours is longer.
Yes. And the new refurbished version of our Haunted Mansion, I say our because we are on the East Coast. We are broadcasting from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, by the way. Yeah, I like ours. It's great. I do find it kind of interesting, though, that you walk, the queue for Disneyland, the original one, you queue up to a point, you walk through the library, and then you hop on the Doom Buggy, which is something that we actually hop on a lot earlier than go through the portraits and then go into the library, and we're past the Hall of Armor and all that stuff. So anyway. I tell you, we love this discussion. It's really cool, so we appreciate it. As once again, we're doing our beta test on this live webcast.
Josh is in the Chattanooga, Tennessee region.
Oh, very good. Oh, very nice. I like that.
We have to pass there to go to Disney.
Yes, I'll probably be rolling through there here in a day or two, which is pretty cool. So let's continue on, and then we're going to open up the floor for more Disney discussion with our guest who decided to join us on this maiden voyage on Blab. This show has been around for a while, and we would appreciate you liking and subscribing to the show. Let's move on to some theme park news and comments. This is great. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is coming up, Kristen, one of our favorite times of the year. And Mickey's Not So Scary also has a bunch of new stuff, merchandise that recently was debuted on the Disney Parks blog. And if you are a East Coaster, a Walt Disney World person, did you know that there is a brand new card that you can get for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom card game? And this year, Minnie Mouse's Costume Chaos has just been debuted as the seasonal card for this year. So it's really important that you make the time to go. If you're heading down to the Walt Disney World Resort and Magic Kingdom specifically, starting September 15th, you'll be able to pick up this exclusive added treat while supplies last. So be sure you get there early, get your card for the game. Kristen, you play Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom, and you collect cards along with a bunch of our Disney friends here in Nashville, Tennessee. You trade cards. It's pretty addictive.
I collect a lot of things.
Well, you're a Disney fan. Of course you collect a lot of things. So anyway, that is something for you if you're playing Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom. How about this? The voice of Princess Jasmine joins a speaker series during Disneyland's Half Marathon. That is going on there to Disneyland Resort to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Disneyland Half Marathon presented by Cigna. The Disneyland Resort's Diamond celebration will be hosted by Princess Jasmine. And we know this because we had seen Linda Larkin, the voice of Princess Jasmine, the talking voice, I should say, who will be there voicing and doing a certain panel there at the event. She'll be there at the Expo Thursday, September 3rd from 4 to 5. So she's there at Friday, September 4th from 2 to 3. And Saturday, September 5th through September 5th at 10 through 11 a.m. And it's pretty cool to have that speaker series during that expo, which is held at the Disneyland Hotel Exhibit Hall. So be sure to check her out if you can. And don't forget, Disney's Aladdin Diamond Edition releases on Blu-ray and digital here at the end of the month. That is September 29th, available for digital and Blu-ray. And you can pick it up actually on Blu-ray October 13th. And for more details on all the Disney Run events, you can check out DisneyRun.com. And to order your copy, you can simply click on our Amazon link in the show notes. Is that what I said?
No, you said Disney Run.
Oh, RunDisney.com. Yes, that's what I mean. Thank you for...
It happens.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. So before we get to break down some of the movie news that we got at Disney at the D23 Expo, because we've been talking about theme parks for a while, let's talk about this. So Force Friday happens this Friday at retailers. It's going to be an event that will indeed awaken the Force and many, many people. Force Friday, the highly anticipated midnight release of Star Wars The Force Awakens toys, collectibles, gadgets, and more, is just right around the corner. And you can participate online or in stores. Like Kristen and I, we're going to be participating in our local Target event, because here, when we were at the D23 Expo, I got this card from Target called Share the Force, and I'm invited to share Force Friday at selected retailers, which is pretty nice. So you can check that out. Yes, this Geek Podcast Force Friday is genius. And let me say this, Target, brilliant ad campaign on YouTube. I looked at the ad and I don't fast forward it because it's actually a really nice ad. It brings me warm, fuzzy feelings when I look at it, because I remember back to when I was a child opening my Star Wars toys going, man, this is the best. I can relive my favorite Star Wars moments because I have a Millennium Falcon and I've got all these cool action figures. That's what my brother and I did. You know, we played Star Wars when we were kids, and we never had the sabers or anything like that, but we just had the action figures and the vehicles, which were really cool. And Kristen, you were more of a She-Ra person, and that's cool.
He-Man and She-Ra.
He-Man and She-Ra, so that's awesome.
Yep.
But Force Friday is going to be an awesome event. So for those of us like myself, big fans of Amazon, you can participate on our Amazon link at WDWAfterdark.com, because Amazon is celebrating Force Friday by offering customers access to a variety of new Star Wars products, as well as Star Wars items. Customers can visit the Star Wars store there at Amazon, select a bunch of new toys and games. For example, they will be doing a giveaway of Star Wars Legendary Jedi Master Yoda giveaway, which I reviewed on my Jedi Musketeer YouTube page, which the Legendary Yoda is pretty awesome, don't you think, Kristen? Kind of like an animatronic toy, which is neat.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, it teaches you how to use the Force, and he wields a lightsaber, and he moves around, he walks around, which is neat. And of course, for more details on that, you can check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/Amazon Toys and Games, which is something I'm going to do here momentarily. At the Disney store, and for those of you in Los Angeles and in Florida, there are Disney stores close to you, but in locations in New York City, Times Square, Chicago, Michigan, San Francisco, Stockholm Street, they will participate in the Force Friday Madness as well by opening their doors late Thursday night at 12:01, technically Friday morning, all right, on September 4th, giving fans an opportunity to see and purchase toys from The Force Awakens. The first 1,000 guests will receive a free Star Wars Force Awakens D23 commemorative poster. What? That was for us. They get it? Oh, well. Well, they'll be able to get it. And by the way, the poster is by famed and renowned artist Drew Struzan, who is amazing. He did all the posters for the Star Wars films. He did the posters for the Back to the Future movies. He did the posters for all the Indiana Jones films. He is just a legendary artist, legendary pop culture artist. So if you're lucky enough to go pick that up at participating Disney stores this Thursday night, aka Friday morning. And also, Disney store locations throughout North America will open doors for business on Force Friday, and they'll have a number of really cool stuff and exclusive things available only at their locations, and that excludes Disney store outlets. So Nashville, we're excluded because we only have a Disney store outlet. But if you have if you have a Disney store, you'll get a free commemorative Star Wars Force Awakens pin for the first 100 guests who make a purchase on Force Friday. I
don't know why we don't have a Disney store here.
I know. I don't know why either. Numerous Star Wars events are going to be taking place, like R2-D2 craft activity, learn the ways of the Force, Star Wars story time, art of drawing R2. That would be nice, Kristen. You love to draw. And a free Topps Vintage trading card giveaway upon completion of an in-store event while supplies last. That may have to do with the Star Wars card trading app. So there you go. Epic Star Wars theming displays pay homage to the dark and light side of the Force, and you can check out all the details and participating stores at disneystore.com. and I'll have this posted on the Jedi Musketeer page as well. At Disney Parks, don't feel neglected, because the store is there at Downtown Disney District and Once Upon a Toy in Walt Disney World in Downtown Disney Marketplace. You can enjoy special events. It's a ticketed event. You have to spend $50 in order to get in, and you'll be able to get a Star Wars Force Friday logo messenger bag as a part of a gift. And there's also some Force Awakens products in there for you. $50 a person, and tickets are limited, so you need to pick it up right now at DisneyParksMerchandise.com. Messenger bag's pretty cool. It looks pretty small, but it's cool. Walmart, which everybody has a Walmart near them, right? Participating Walmart stores will be able to also open their doors at midnight, and it'll be the only place to find Topps Galactic Connections trading discs and Star Wars characters. Customers that visit Walmart stores on the 4th will also receive a free 2-pack of Galactic Connection discs, including a rare blue field disc that will only be available in packs given away on Force Friday. And available exclusively at Walmart, you'll get Disney Infinity Star Wars 3.0 Kanan Jarrus figure. So you'll be able to get Kanan over there at Walmart. So that's cool. Customers that pre-order Star Wars Battlefront in Walmart stores will receive a $5 credit to use on Vudu, the video streaming site. So to find out where and what Walmarts are participating, you can check out walmart.com/Star Wars. And remember, bounty hunters, Star Wars YouTube channel is hosting a worldwide Star Wars The Force Awakens product unboxing live stream that kicks off in Sydney, Australia at 7:45 a.m. local time, Thursday, September 3rd. And it continues throughout the day. So tune in and happy hunting. You can find more details on that coming soon at JediMusketeer.com and on StarWars.com. Kristen, it is a merchandising empire that's going on over there.
Yes.
Star Wars. I believe
Crazy.
I believe the prediction of what I heard, how much merchandise they're going to sell, licensed merchandise before the year's end, is to $5 billion. Lucasfilm Disney will earn $5 billion just on merchandise starting Force Friday.
All those stockholders will be very happy.
They will. And we've already spent money on it, because if you checked out our Periscope, I Periscope that we unboxed the Disney Infinity 3.0. Which, by the way, is excellent. Let me tell you that right now. Star Wars Disney Infinity is magnifique. I love the figures.
I wish Disney did. I don't know what made me think of this. You know how like Kellogg's and things like that, you buy something and it's got some points and you can add it in, right?
Yes.
You add them up and you can turn them in for like gift cards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that as you spent money at the Disney parks, you could be rewarded for it and get points that you could use towards theme park tickets,
like a loyalty rewards program.
Yes, for being a loyal park goer.
That's what they should. They should. They
really should do that. And I won't charge Disney for my great idea.
Josh Phil 414 says Mickey Mouse miles. Yes. For as many miles as we travel from Nashville all the way to Orlando and Anaheim, we should earn frequent flyer Mickey Mouse miles. That's what we should.
Or frequent driver.
That too. I'll take whatever I can get. Being an annual pass holder, is nice, but having extra perks, there you go. Can I earn miles? We be geeks. Mike says that. No, you work for Disney. You work for Disney. Josh Phil 413 says it's a long way. He says you can just call him Josh. Okay, Josh, that's all right. I'm doing this for the benefit of our video viewers. It's a long way from Nashville to Anaheim, so that it is. I know that for a fact. You and I both know, because we're just there for D23. I go to Anaheim a couple times a year, so that's always fun. So
I'll never drive that.
No,
I'm not driving through. I'm not driving through deserts or anything like that. I've seen Hills Have Eyes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, look what happens when you stop at those little, roadside gas stations. Nothing good. Nothing good.
And by the way, rest in peace, Wes Craven. We didn't see
That's
that.
so sad.
Wes Craven's one of our favorite filmmakers. You know, Kristen and I are both fans of horror films as well. We love Scream. We love Nightmare on Elm Street. And Wes Craven, it's a shame. But
Isn't that crazy to think that, you know, he's been working on the Scream TV series.
yeah.
And he has brain cancer and he was still working.
The
That's
man
crazy.
The man's kind of crazy. So, well, at any rate, let's move on. And we're going to also take some comments from the Peanut Gallery here in just a minute. We hadn't talked too much about the films, live action and stuff. We've been talking a lot over the past few weeks on our sister podcast, WDW Tiki Room on We Be Geeks, as well as, you know, WDW After Dark, talking about Star Wars coming to the theme parks, the world of Pandora, Avatar land, if you will. But we haven't talked about the live action films or the animation films. So let's first start with the animation films. We had a lot of fun watching what is new at the D23 Expo, what is coming down the road. That panel, that presentation was hosted by Chief Creative Officer at Disney, John Lasseter, who was there. He had one Hawaiian shirt this time. He didn't have all of his other Hawaiian shirts because they were all on display in the expo hall.
They were not all on display because there was only
weren't.
Like 15, and he has over 300.
Yeah, there was a very small sampling of John Lasseter's Hawaiian shirt collection, but it was fun.
All of our clothes together doesn't even come up with 300 shirts.
Well, all of the stuff we have in this house together doesn't, you know, compare to what he has in his mansion. So I will say this. I was impressed overall with what is coming from the Disney and Pixar studios in terms of animation. A couple years ago, Kristen and I attended this panel, and they had a few things with Disney Toon Studios. They talked about home video releases from, you know, Disney Fairies. They had, you know, Planes, Fire and Rescue, and all that stuff was all nice and good. But this time they ratcheted up just a little bit, talking about, first of all, Zootopia, which opens March 4th. Lasseter reveals one of the things I've always loved about Disney animation is animal movies. So they were talking about how animals in this movie are walking upright. Directors Byron Howard from Tangled and Rich Moore from Wreck-It Ralph and producer Clark Spencer of Wreck-It Ralph was there. Welcome Jennifer Goodwin from Once Upon a Time, who plays Snow White, there to the big hall. She plays the bunny cop Judy Hopps, and she is absolutely a joy. She seems to have a lot of fun. And they played a really cool clip of Judy Hopps tracking down a nefarious figure in Zootopia and going to the DMV, where the DMV is populated by sloths. So you can only imagine the funniness that happened there. But I have to say, Zootopia sounds like a pretty funny movie. Kristen, your take?
It does. It looks cute. I don't know. I just wasn't all that about any of the animation, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
nothing just went, oh my God, I cannot wait. This is so exciting. This could be so cute, or this is so...
It looked funny.
It looks funny, but I don't... There hasn't been an animated movie that in the past few years that I've been like, I have to see this opening week in the theater.
Yeah. Yeah. But they've been very successful.
They have.
Nonetheless,
they're just...
you know, I loved Wreck-It Ralph. I thought Wreck-It Ralph was a great film too. So Shakira also phoned in something from her studio. She's got a brand new song for the film called Try Everything, which is great because Shakira is a lot of fun. Also, John Lasseter referred to a brand new film, Gigantic, which is set in Spain during the Age of Exploration. This is their take on Jack and the Beanstalk. Now, the crowd was kind of underwhelmed a little bit about it, but it looks interesting. It's basically a kind of, you know, Jack and the Beanstalk meets Gulliver's Travels kind of film. That's kind of what I got from this. Kristen, what is your take on Gigantic?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Now, what left people really happy was Disney's Moana. Now, if you're not
Oh no,
familiar
yeah,
with
that did look pretty
Moana,
good.
Ron Clements and John Musker, who teamed up for Aladdin and The Little Mermaid, which are great guys. These animators are wonderful. Along with producer Osnat Schur, unveiled Moana, which is a tale of a spirited teenager who sets out to prove herself in uh, as a master wayfinder, kind of like a ship, a sailor, if you will. And Moana is inspired by stories of a legendary demigod Maui. And in casting Maui, they brought someone who's not a stranger to Disney. He was star of the Game Plan and, of course, star of the recent Fast and Furious films. I'm talking about former WWE superstar and heavyweight champion, The Rock. So he comes out. You know what The Rock was? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock,
he does
comes
not
out.
go by The Rock.
I will always call him The Rock.
He is The Rock when he's doing the male soap opera stuff.
Yes, okay.
Not when he's in movies. Dwayne Johnson.
TPA Magazine says, is it weird having another Polynesian animated feature again? Well, I can speak on that because I'm Filipino Chinese. I may be semi-qualified to talk about that. But Lilo and Stitch,
Pacific Islander.
Is Pacific Islander, they're Hawaiian. These guys are Samoan, so it's not so weird. But, then again, how many of the Disney fairy tale films have been set in France or Germany or Italy? I would say a handful. So it's
in Italy?
For me. Yes.
I can think of 2.
Okay. Go ahead. What are they?
Maybe. Where's Lady and the Tramp take place?
Italy. Yes.
Is it in Italy?
Is it in Italy?
Or is it in New York?
Oh, shoot. Maybe it is in New York. Oh, for heaven's sake. I'm losing my Disney cred here. Oh, well. At any rate, I don't think... Yeah. But that's the Swiss Alps, yes?
I don't think so. I think it takes place in Italy.
Emily saying, to the Google. I know. Well, anyway, I don't think it's too weird having another Polynesian animated feature. I think really what it boils down to is the story compelling? Are the voice actors going to do their best? Because I know Disney's going to do their very best to bring the story to life. And I have to say that Maui seems like a great character for The Rock. He seems to be like a Polynesian version of who is the guy from Pick of Destiny? Oh, for heaven's sake. Jack Black. He seems to have that kind of funny Jack Black look to him, but he seems really cool. And the girl who is the main character in Moana had a really touching scene. They really played a great clip of her growing up, falling in love with the sea, and the sea being their friend, and why the Samoan people stopped being a wayfarer, sea-going explorer, group of people, and why they decided to leave it behind and not pursue being sailors, and then coming back around. So it's going to be an interesting story. I'm intrigued by it, but more importantly, animation, story, casting, those things were absolutely amazing. And I look forward to Moana coming out. And to me is a highlight of the Disney side of the Disney animated presentation at D23.
There was recently, this past season of Hawaii Five-0, there was an episode in which Koa, she had gone and was doing one of those where you have just the boat and and you make it yourself and all that stuff, where she did one of those.
Nice.
But I did look. It says Lady and the Tramp is somewhere in the Midwest.
Oh, it's in the Midwest.
And Pinocchio's in Italy.
Okay, Pinocchio's in Italy. There you go.
So.
Well, there you go. So at any rate, Moana looks good. Now, moving from Disney animation to what was covered by the Pixar side of things, you and I both got to see a brand new short called Riley's First Date, which is a Disney short coming from Inside Out, kind of like a little spin-off side short. And that was a very cute movie. I believe that's going to be accompanying the Blu-ray release. Am I correct? Something like that? Yes. It says right here, Riley's First Date short that will be included on the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital release of Inside Out coming this fall. And that was a lot of fun. How many people here saw Inside Out? That's what I'd be curious to see. So that was a lot of fun. Also, we got more information on The Good Dinosaur. So the director, Peter Sohn, explained his love of movies came from his mother, who took him to see American movies. And she didn't understand English. Now, you might know Peter Sohn because he is basically what the character on Up, the lead character on Up was. So he's Carl. I mean, not Carl. I'm sorry. The kid's name. You see, I'm losing it. Russell. I should know this.
How can you not know Russell?
I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to pay attention here to. Okay. I'm having a little freak out. So technology. Okay. So Peter Sohn came out and basically said that his mom and the fact that Disney films were inspirations to him growing up. And it was never about the language, but it was about the feels that the Disney films were able to convey, even without the English barrier, the language barrier. Disney was able to convey a certain sense of emotion through the films. And he showed us then a particular clip from The Good Dinosaur, which left everybody in tears. Everybody was like, oh my. I'm just thinking about it now. And it is a very touching scene. Kristen, what are your thoughts on what you saw from The Good Dinosaur?
I think it's interesting because you have a dinosaur and a little boy. However, instead of, the dinosaur is like the human in it. And then the kid is like the pet dog.
Yeah, it's a boy and his dog story.
It's a really interesting way to look at it.
Indeed. So I am very excited about this. And a trio of T-Rex voices by AJ Buckley, Anna Paquin, and Sam Elliott were revealed as being part of it. Looks like an amazing film. And speaking of amazing cast, Ellen DeGeneres came out. And Ellen, as some of you know, if you follow Ellen DeGeneres, has been lobbying for a sequel to Finding Nemo for the past, 12 years, something like that?
I don't know, but those clips were hilarious. All of those clips from over the different years where she has made a comment about.
Usually
not a sequel.
Yeah, usually she's like, oh yeah, films that have grossed millions and millions of dollars at the box office are automatically, typically speaking, guaranteed a sequel. Unless, of course, it's Finding Nemo. And she finally got her wish. She was there on stage. And her co-stars for Finding Dory joined her on stage as well. Ty Burrell, of course, from Modern Family. Ed O'Neill from Modern Family. I felt like it was a Modern Family reunion on stage there, to be quite honest. Caitlin Olsen from Always Sunny in Philadelphia was there as well. And this is all about Dory and trying to find her family in Finding Dory. And that swims into theaters June 17th of next year, 2016. Looks like that's going to be a bona fide hit out of the box. But something that wasn't necessarily a bona fide hit out of the box was the reaction to Disney Pixar's Coco. And this happens to be a story regarding the Day of the Dead, which is a interesting theme, to say the least. So it has to do with a surprising family reunion inspired by Lee Unkrich's thoughts about his ancient ancestors. What if I could meet my ancestors? Then what would I ask them? And he says all this comes to fruition in Coco, which celebrates Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Animation, I thought, was very similar to what you would expect when you roll through the Mexican Pavilion's ride for the Three Caballeros, and you're there with Fiesta Hoy there, and you see those little skeletons there, right, Kristen? They specifically took animation or their inspiration from the Fiesta Hoy Dia de los Muertos theme and kind of made that part of the film, which I appreciated. I think everybody kind of noticed that theme throughout, which was really nice.
I think it'll be interesting to see more about that movie.
For sure. Emily Kira says Ellen DeGeneres is hilarious. Yes, she is. I tell you what she needs to do. She needs to go to Disney and say, now that I'm doing Finding Dory, can we please update Ellen's Universe of Energy?
No
Ellen Energy
kidding.
Adventure. Can we do that? There's a little bit of a delay on my headphones.
Like 20 years old.
TPA TPA Magazine says, I can't wait for Coco. Yes, it does look like a good film after all. Last but not least, not to be outdone, we have a little musical number by the legendary man himself. You Got a Friend in Me, Disney legend Randy Newman sang. I thought that was great to see Randy Newman, and he sang it masterfully with the orchestra, which was great. And Lasseter came out, celebrated 20 years of Toy Story, and then talked about how the Toy Story gang will be back for Toy Story 4, which happens to be a love story between Bo Peep and Woody. Yes. So, how about this? So you had Toy Story 1, you had Toy Story 2, which is kind of, it has its kind of like a, different themes and stuff like that. You had kind of a buddy film, and you had the romance film. Now you have the man loves woman, woman loses girl, or man loses woman, man finds woman again. Kind of When Harry Met Sally kind of situation, right?
Let's hope not. It's like When Harry Met Sally.
But anyway,
especially the one scene in the movie.
Yeah. So Toy Story 4 should be one to watch for sure. What does our chat room think about the upcoming slate of Disney animated films? I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. TPA Magazine says, once again, smart tapping into a Latino audience, a massive Latin audience. Yes. So, and now Josh is saying, great. Now I'm singing Woody's Roundup song. Yes. Easy to sing Woody's Roundup song. Indeed. Live action is the other portion of this conversation. And
do we have time to cover live action?
Do we have time? I don't know. How much? Well, maybe not. We do. Let's leave live action for our next show. How about that? Shall we do that?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, very good.
Then we can have Jeff and Eric in on it.
All right, that sounds good. So anyway, we now will open up the floor for questions for the last few minutes of WDW After Dark for this week. And once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into our live show back. We're going to see if this will work. It should. I'm crossing my fingers using Blab. Doing video and audio for this week should be a lot of fun. Like and subscribe to our iTunes feed as well as YouTube. And if you have any questions, this would be the chance, folks, to ask away. Where are the Dude Bros tonight? Asked Emily. Well, Emily, the Dude Bros are out. I think they have family obligations tonight. So it's just the husband and wife team tonight. So yeah, no Dude Bros tonight. So you see, occasionally they'll do a Dude Bros show, and then Chris and I will do the husband and wife show. So
I still think Jeff and I together put on the most entertaining show.
You wouldn't know because you don't listen back to your show. Huh? You don't listen back to the shows after you do them.
You do, so therefore I hear them all.
I listen to all of them.
I know you do, therefore I hear all of them.
I have quality assurance.
I don't like my voice, and unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, she sounds fine. You sound fine. Emily, thank you so much. Great show tonight, she says. So thank you. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this show. Thank you so much. Be sure to catch the replay, and once again on YouTube as well. We do appreciate that. Kristen, once again, drop the 411. Where can people find you and your website and all the cool things you have going on?
It's going to be diningatdisney.com on all social media except for YouTube. It's Dining at Disney. YouTube is The Dining at Disney. And you can check out the Dining at Disney podcast, which I do with Jay Braden from Diz Geek Podcast. And of course, we talk everything Disneyland and Disney World food for that. And that's on Stitcher, iTunes, and then we've got video for that on YouTube as well.
Well, thank you very much. And
and
also,
they have to get the new book.
yes,
Please,
promote the book. What is it?
New book.
Yes.
It's not the 2015 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival Dining Guide for $9.99. If you get it from the site and you enter the checkout code food and wine, you'll save $2. It's only $7.99. It's the cheapest food and wine festival guide out there.
Nice. Very nice.
And plenty of yummy food photos.
It is inexpensive, but yet it's the best. So I'll say it. I'll say it right now. You can follow me at Jedi Mouseketeer. I've got a bunch of blog posts that I need to put up as well as videos. We've got interesting stuff we're going to be covering over the next few days. We've got Force Friday events at our local Target store. We'll try to periscope some of that as well. So please follow me at Jedi Mouseketeer and visit JediMouseketeer.com. Hopefully we'll have a contest coming up for Star Wars The Force Awakens, which happens to be coming up here in December. We've got some brand new artwork from Mr. Brian Rood that we'll be giving away on the JediMouseketeer.com website. Brian Rood has done the pretty much all the different Nerf and Hasbro toy art, as well as the cover for the Saga collection for Fox, all the Star Wars films on Blu-ray. That was his artwork that they used. Very great artist and a friend of the show's. So be on the lookout for that at JediMouseketeer.com. You like more of Kristen and myself? You want to make sure you check out WDW Tiki Room, which is the family-friendly show that airs on Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. And you can also select that podcast, courtesy of We Be Geeks podcast network. You can subscribe to that show also at www.tikiroom.com. And there we've got... we had, the Legend ceremony last week is what we did. We also are going to be doing more D23 coverage. I believe this week we have got the film slate. I think we're going to publish the film audio, or is it animation? I can't remember. But anyway, we've got more shows with WDW Tiki Room. If you love Disney, you're going to love that show. And of course, once again, find us at www.afterdark.com because we have archived shows over the last few years. So you can check out the YouTube show or also on podcast through We Be Geeks podcast network. So thank you to We Be Geeks for having us host the show on their site. Kristen, any other plugs we need to have tonight?
I'm going to say, speaking of We Be Geeks, Eric. You can follow Eric, who is not here tonight, as Uncle Servo or Soarcom Review on Facebook and Twitter.
There you go. You can also follow Jeff Davis too, at Jeff Davis at DW_60.
Or I think is he Jeff Davis on Periscope? Yeah,
but you have to follow via Twitter. I can't remember what his Twitter is, but DW_60. Yeah. You'll be able to find Jeff.
Either that or Jeff Davis 75.
Yeah, there you go. So check that out as well. So thanks to our co-hosts that aren't here tonight. They'll be joining us next week for next week's show. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this brand new Blab stream that we've got going on and testing it out tonight. Diz Geek Podcast, big what up to you guys. We appreciate you guys, also part of the Sorcerer Radio Network. And you can find Eric, myself, and Kristen, and a bunch of other cool DJs there at Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. All Disney music all day long. We're all DJs there. It's all family friendly programming. We have free apps. Like 2 million people have downloaded the free apps there, which is awesome. So keep it going. We are the #1 fan run radio station on the internet, have been doing it for almost 15 years on Sorcerer Radio. So we do appreciate it. So once again, tune in next week, same time. We're going to try to get in on time at about 8:00 p.m. Central
Eastern
Time. Is it Eastern Time?
Yeah,
okay.
Normally we do 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Okay, well, there you have it. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone, through Blab. We will see you guys next week. And remember, it's always better after dark. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at WeebyGeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?